Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Badass Business Builders. I am your host, Joella Autorino, and the founder of this group. And I just want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Today's topic, are your business systems stealing your joy? You know, when I talk to CEOs and founders, I'm always surprised to learn that they very often have no processes or systems in place for very basic business functions, which are critical to enabling the customer to take action and to run a business. They tend to be overwhelmed by their tech stack and not know what their technologies actually do. Not having processes in place backed by technological systems will always lead to a ton of unnecessary stress and anxiety, lots of inefficiency and wasted time and effort, and money down the drain. In this episode, I uncover why your processes and systems are important and what type of systems you should have in place and what to do if you don't have them. Today we live in a world where we have more technology than ever to make our lives so much easier. And this is especially true in business. I find it fascinating that so many entrepreneurs are stuck in the Stone Age when it comes to how they operate their business. Many think that by launching a website or a brick and mortar location that they are now in business. This is one of the costliest mistakes because what they are missing is a thoughtful, simple approach to how they will accomplish the very specific tasks that are needed to run their business, foundational business operations. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? What are foundational processes? Well, let's think about your offer, product or service now, and let's walk through the business operations together to uncover what is needed. How do you attract your customer? Do you know the steps that your customer needs to take to make a decision and take action? Once they're ready to buy, how do they buy? And what happens after that? Do they receive a receipt? Are there follow-up communications that come after the transaction? Do you provide tracking information or a status of their order? Once they receive the product or you rendered the service, do you collect feedback or encourage a review? Do you reach out after you believe they are done consuming your product or executing on the service you provided to encourage a repeat purchase or way to impact their life? That's just a little taste of the customer journey, but these are the questions that prompt some of the processes that you might already have in place. Let's take a look under the hood of your business now. Once you receive payment, how do you confirm that the payment cleared? I mean, do you know if there was an issue with payment or if it actually hit your bank account? I've uncovered so much missed revenue collection because many businesses don't have this very simple and basic process in place. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars in 1 year could be dripping through the cracks right here. What is your marketing or attraction model? How do you know if it was effective? How do you train your team? Do you have a pulse on their performance? How do you know what they're doing or if they were effective? How do you manage your customer files? Do you know the frequency in which they purchase or what their chief complaints are? How do you know if your product or service is working? Do you measure the results? I mean, I could go on here, believe it or not. But the point is, these questions all lead to systems you should have in your business. And guess what? If you find yourself doing a task in any of these categories I just mentioned over and over again, this is a prime opportunity for automation where you can leverage what I call the compound effect. This is where you outline the process and then support that process with technology that will forever do the task for you instead of you having to take the time and energy to do it over and over and over again. So many entrepreneurs get stuck here. You see, when you have processes in place, you feel like you're overworking or when you don't have processes in place, you feel like you're overworking, that you're spinning your wheels, that you can't attract more customers, or that your product isn't working. These feelings lead to anxiety and rob you of your joy, guys. Another big mistake is thinking that if you deploy a technology, that your problems will magically go away. This actually means that you're kind of retrofitting a technology to do a job without actually knowing if perhaps you have something in place or if this is really the right fit. You only bought into their marketing. So what happens if you don't outline processes and apply the appropriate technology? You will be caught in a never-ending trap of doing ongoing, repetitive, manual tasks for the rest of your life. This is a huge expenditure on your happiness, your creativity, your effectiveness. Plus, I guarantee you, you will forget things. Everyone does. Things will fall through the cracks. And unfortunately, the customer will suffer the most. They will not have the ideal experience that you envision. And you will lose them, and you will lose in the long run. Think about it. If your business is in disarray, what makes you think that how your product or service is received is different? Your business is a reflection of you and how organized you are. Foundational systems are incredibly important and are often the reason why founders are burned out, stressed, and anxious about what they are doing because they don't have a pulse on things. They're just doing things haphazardly. So when you build every system your business needs with intention, you'll create a business that has consistent, predictable cash flow. Yes, you'll be able to see the performance of your business for the last couple of months, and then you could say, hey, I anticipate this to happen, and you could actually dial it in ahead of time. You'll continually attract ideal clients because you're serving them at the highest level with this most simplest process. You'll create checks and balances within your company, which will save you time and a whole lot of money. You'll attract great employees and they will hang with you for the long run. And you'll be able to hold them accountable. They'll be incentivized to perform and do the right thing. You can't grow what you don't measure. I've said this before, and this is exactly where it applies. And most importantly, systems, foundational systems, backed with technology and automated wherever possible, gives you more freedom to have a life outside of your business. Wouldn't that be nice? In reality, each of these essential systems is probably already operating in your business. You just need to take the time to map them out and analyze, is this serving you and your customer in the simplest and best way possible? But remember, the key to building a business that produces the results you want, with or without you there, I mean, that is the end game, guys. You can't be a slave to your business for the rest of your life. You need to intentionally architect it so that you can eventually step away, right? And then this is your cash cow. This is your money-making machine. Systems propel that. You need to design each system with intention rather than by accident so that you can reap this reward. And guess what? Many business owners do not do this. They do not look or ponder, what are their processes? How can I make this simpler? What technology can I apply here? How can I automate this so I'm not doing this over and over and over again? If you are overwhelmed by your business setup or feel like a slave to your technology, please consider booking a call with me so that we can map out a plan to a more efficient business that will give you your time back, guys. This is the most important piece. You're not designed to work forever at 18 hours a day or whatever grind you're doing right now. And technology is the key to getting you out of this mess. systems are the key to getting you out of this mess. So I offer free 45-minute discovery strategy sessions to help you uncover what is blocking your business from the success you desire. One of the most common blocks is systems are not set up for success and instead are creating unnecessary anxiety and are robbing you of your joy. What I found is that many entrepreneurs need support in this area. And once they take the time to map out their systems and support it with automation, they get their life back. They get their joy back. They're so happy to pour themselves in their business because they're not doing all the menial tasks. They're doing the things they actually love, like serving their customer or producing their product with love and care. You will get your life back once you have systems in place. Your customers will be so much happier, and so will your team. So I really encourage you to book a call with me by going to businessesonpurpose.com/talk. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you really consider how to apply business systems backed by the right technology in your business so that you can move forward in life and not be shackled to the operation that you're creating. Bye for now. Thanks for joining.